Hey everyone, welcome to the Sanctum. This is AL, and welcome to the review for the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. If you've watched any of my pickup cards lately, you probably have seen this deck show up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I recently just got the Psychic Tarot. You'll see a future review on that. Which we'll go over when I get that. We'll go over that a little bit more. But I wanted to really take a look into this deck, talk about it, and explore a little bit about why I really like this deck a bit. For some people, things that have the name tarot, which loosely follow tarot and don't, but aren't really tarot, kind of get kind of confusing. And I kind of get it because this, sorry about that. My crystals decided they wanted to come out for a visit all of a sudden from nowhere. This deck isn't really, it's tarot inspired, but it's not tarot. Okay. The book is actually quite thick. It's actually nice. It's a nice little portable book, which I'll be honest with you, I like some of the big books, don't get me wrong. I like books, period. Yeah, if you saw my book collection, you know that. And then if you saw my book, my ebooks, you'd like go, what the? So, but yeah, I like books. I like books a lot. So one of the things about this deck is that it's about the heart, and most people think it's about romance, and it is, but it's not. So it's about your heart. So it's about things like heartmates. It's about friendship. It's about yourself and loving yourself, loving others. So it's about all the different loves: agape, eros, friendship, love, philia. So it encompasses all that. So like the Psychic Tarot, it does have the chakra cards, which I haven't decided which one I like better version. I think I'm leaning towards these. This one has, so they're like blocks with the design inside the block. When you see the other review, eventually you'll see these cards in a different way. And I love the color, the way that they color schemed these were perfect. They're on par. The other thing is that this deck is really good. It's gilded. And I like the gilding. Yay! And you have trust. And these cards are mixed up because I just recently did them in a pickup card. Sadness and isolation. Observe, flow. Now the ones that are in outline in black have to deal with the major arcana. The ones that are in different colors represent different other foundations. See, so you have that one, which is refusing to see. So if I remember correctly, because my brain is having a brain fart today. Dun, 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 dun. And they have like different readings in here too, which is actually kind of cool. And they talk about actually developing your latent psychic abilities too, which I was like, sweet. I'm glad that, that people bring that up. It makes a nice little difference that everybody is psychic. So the red borders are physical, so those are the pentacles. The emotions are green, which are cups. Mental is indigo, which is swords. And spirit is violet, which are wands. And the nice thing, I'll be honest with you, is the color scheme works with each other. Like this is indigo. New vitality. I do love that card, by the way. It's one of my favorite. That's purple. Joy. Instability. Also a pretty card. daydreams and decisions. Now, unlike most tarot cards, these do not have a court set. Your court cards are the chakra cards, which is kind of unique. Love, like I said, this love card, instead of being just like basically meaning, growth and growth and challenge, it's love, possibility of love, romantic love. So what I thought was interesting is that these are all kind of verby, kind of active, although some are a bit nounish, adverb. Well, look at this one though. Find balance. I love it. It's cool. And I love it because it has from birth all the way around to marriage, cups, oh my god, my brain's gone dead. It's a timepiece. It's a hourglass, flowers, so in a book. So I love how it's talking about balance yourself for all the things in your life. So I wanted to go and do a quick little thing with these cards. Now I'm not going to do my usual 3-card reading with these, because we do have the chakra cards as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a chakra card real quick first. And obviously this is the one that we're going to work on because this is the one that fell out of my hand. All right. Third eye chakra. Dun, 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 dun. So our focus is going to be on working on our ability to see beyond, our abilities that are not our extra senses, or as a friend of mine put it, it is your regular senses on steroids, which is actually a really good way of putting it, unless you start seeing things and hearing things that you shouldn't be seeing or hearing because they are actually on a different realm. But hey, it's all good. When you tend to get visions and your visions become a little bit more active, and mine have been very active lately, things get a little bit wacky because you realize, hey, look, usually I have to be in a trance state to get visions and now I'm not. Could we please wait until I'm not at work for this? So yeah. So what I'm going to do is we're going to actually find out what we can do to help ourselves to develop our third eye. Get it? Are we stuck in certain things? Or things that we need to do? Ooh, transitioning with death. And we need to go on the flow. Okay. Well then, let's talk people. And you probably noticed that I randomly chose and flipped over things. There was a reason for that. I was actually going with what the cards told me to flip over in which manner. There wasn't actually any method to the madness. So let's talk about what this means, what it doesn't mean, and how it affects us. So like I said, like I always tell you and everything, take what resonates, drop what doesn't, and move onwards and upwards for yourself. Because the biggest thing you can do for yourself is to resonate higher and better and love always. So when you're working on your third eye chakra, one of the things that most of us have always had a problem with is opening up. It is actually in direct relation to each other. Why? Because opening up sucks. Let me be the first one to tell you this. Opening up your third eye is not easy. And when you do, all of a sudden, it's tough. It is so tough. You have to learn control. You have to learn shielding. You have to be able to close that third eye when it's not needed. You also have to learn that to open up who and what you are, you have to be at home with yourself. That's not easy. Why? Because like death is a period of transition right now. You've been stagnating And when you stagnate, when you resist change, you're talking about the fact of resisting who and what you are. And this has been a big thing for you. Your talent is there. Everybody has talent. Everybody has the ability to open their third eye. Everybody has the ability to train and become part of, to become better situated. The biggest thing you can do to help open your third eye is learn to meditate. There are multiple videos, guided meditations, that you can help you to learn to meditate, to learn to focus. There are things that help you learn how to quiet your mind. I actually, believe it or not, I usually have a few guided meditations that I use when I'm so wound up, because I am the anti-quiet person, unless it's white noise, which is why you will always hear a fan in my background. Because absolute quiet drives me absolutely batty. A lot of it has to do with the fact that of certain things in my past. Feeling alone, thinking that if you have this ability, if you open up your third eye, you will always be alone. You are not alone. That's why it's the furthest thing from it. It is the fact that feeling alone is part of what you are now. That's the reason why you haven't opened up your third eye chakra. If you do open up the chakra, you are going to feel less alone, because you've been out of balance. Balance has been out of it. One of the things about chakras is when you have them all aligned and all in balance, you are able to do more. You feel more in control. And control is a huge thing for all of us. It also makes you be in the flow of things. When you're in the flow, it's like if you've ever done things and suddenly you look up and it's 3 hours later, because you were in the flow, you were writing, you were doing work at work. Those things make a difference. And honestly, it could help. Seriously. But you have to make that opportunity come up. You have to open up. You have to seriously work to be in the flow for a while. Guided meditation is huge. There is one that I've been using lately from Benabel when, as part of her Thunder Rites. And I have discovered that particular meditation has actually been very mind clearing, which is weird for me. My mind never stops, unless I'm dead asleep, and then it's dream walking for God knows everything. But that meditation has me focus on something, basically a nothing. It opens me up to something other than myself, and it is so nice. It's so great just to be a channel for pure energy, to be able to focus on the concept of opening and cleansing and clearing and being a channel of light. It is a beautiful thing. And one thing to remember is by doing this, it helps you move on from other stuff, from the tough things in life. So if there have been things that you've been worried about, things that you've been thinking about just saying, screw it, let it go. I'm leaving. This will help you make a decision whether to stay or to go. If there have been things that you've wanted to give up on, by making this change, trying to open up your third eye chakra, you're going to find that you can move on from the things in your past that are no longer valid. And the things that are worthwhile, you'll keep. It's that simple. Give it a try. Seriously. You can look online under guided meditations. There are a few, I think it's by the Normal Guys. There's a few by some others that are really good. So yeah, don't hesitate. Take a chance. Do some guided meditation work. Then learn how to meditate on your own, slowly but surely, doing quiet for 2 minutes a day. If you have like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or anything like that, a Vivmo, if they have a relaxation pint where it does 2 minutes and then 5 minutes, do the 2 minute one where you just focus on that little heart with that little circle and breathe. And that's it. You just focus on that. Don't let your mind wander. Your mind stays right on that heart and on that circle. Inhaling and exhaling. And that's all you do. That is meditation. Meditation is when you let go of everything else and you just drift off into an alpha state. It's kind of like when you watch TV or a movie. It's a trance. If you can do it during a movie or a TV show, you can learn how to do it for yourself at command. Alright, so this deck is definitely a 10 out of a 10. I would recommend getting it, especially if you are about yourself, about love, about having more insight into yourselves. Definitely, I would recommend getting that for you. Until next time, hopefully you're going to have yourself a beautiful and fabulous week. Bendición.